Can we just talk about how fast February went by? Oh my God, January was the longest month ever. And February was literally so short. Like the other day, it just started, it was Valentine's Day, and now it's over and we're already here in March. So today I have got my March plan with me. It's a bullet journal video, one of my favorite things to film. I'm so excited to share this spread with you. It's a bit different than what I normally do, and yeah, I hope it inspires you, and let's just get right into it. This month just flew by so quickly. I can't even believe it, but I'm so excited to just sit down and plan out the next month. I feel like for me, this month was kind of frustrating. So I'm super excited to get a clean slate and start something new, get a new vibe in, a new energy. So let's just jump right into what we're doing. So for March, I've just been feeling like it's going to be fun, like it's going to be playful, a little bit of exploring, like kind of adventurous. And I couldn't get like oceans out of my mind when I thought about March. Like I kept thinking about bodies of water, and where I live, it's not like hot enough to like go swimming like outside or anything like that, but I was just thinking about being in a flow and just like letting life take you where it wants you to go. And so it actually worked out very well because I have a Pinterest board that is like an aesthetic, all blue photos with tons of pictures of like bodies of water, and it was great. So I just picked a few photos off of that board, printed them out, and decided to make like this scrapbooky collage like design for the cover of my March spreads. And I've never done I've never really done, I think, like a collage like I've done in this one. And so I really like how it turned out. I thought it was just scrapbooky, fun, and it just gave me such good vibes. To elevate the spread, I just added a bit of like blue washi tape. I actually recently just ordered a set of like 30 washi tapes in like pastel colors, but I've been loving them. Like I had no washi tapes before this, but it was such a good deal. You got 30 tapes for $20, and I actually am just loving using them. They're just so nice. So as you can see here, I wrote March in white, but you can't really see it. Like you can't see the H. It just blends right into the background of that one photo. I couldn't live with that. Like I wanted it to be very readable, because when I flip through my spreads, like I want to know like this is March, you know, like I don't want to not see that. So I went over with a Tombow Fudenosuke pen, and yeah, like it was kind of like it kind of worked, but I noticed that it was very dull, like it because the white I think was still wet, and the black from that mixed with the white, making it like a dull black. So I took my other Tombow Fudenosuke. This one is a brush tip, and it gives like a blacker color. So I went over the title with that multiple times just to make it more pronounced and loud. And yeah, I wanted it to really pop against these blue images. And then I'm just like decorating around the title just to add like a little pizzazz. On this side, I am writing out like blue. So on Pinterest, I've seen these photos, and they're like quotes. You have blue, and then you have like a description of it. And I thought that was really cool, but at the time, I wanted to make my own description. I thought it would be more unique and cooler. Well, I'm actually annoyed that I did this, because even though like my writing turned out straight, I couldn't think about what I was gonna write about blue. Like I had no inspiration, no like I wanted it to be kind of like poetry-esque, and it just totally didn't turn out that way. Like I just like went in to talk about the color of blue and how like it can be about peace and harmony and is associated with sadness. And then I talked about like, I don't know, like it helps people like with their emotions because it's an adaptable color, but like it's just not what I would have wanted to say, but it is what it is. It turned out like it looks nice, so I think that's okay. And then I just wanted to add these really cute like blue monochrome compass like photos. I like cut them out from this page I got, and I think it turned out really beautiful, and it gives me like a vibe of just like having more of a direction. Like I'm exploring, I'm figuring things out, and I don't know, I really like that. I think that's a great vibe. So the next spread it's honestly my favorite spread that I did in this whole entire setup. So every time after I do like a cover page and a quote, I go right into my goals. I cut out this like nice scalloped page, and it just looks really beautiful. I didn't really think about what kind of a title I was gonna do. Like I didn't think about the font. I didn't think about the way I was gonna write March goals. So I just did like a really lazy cursive. It's very like casual, and so it kind of goes with the tiling. I could have done something more, but I just didn't even think about it. Like I was trying to take advantage of my camera, so I just kind of went with it. And then I found this other piece of paper, and it just reminded me of like, you know, when you go to like a private pool, like not even a private pool like at a country club, but like someone you know has a pool in their backyard, and they've got those like nice tiles on the floor of the pool. So I picked out like this paper, and I wrote like big goals and small goals in like it's a lettering that is like a big like font, but it is like a calligraphy style, but it's not cursive. Like it is just writing, like just a basic handwriting. So I kind of liked it. I thought it was unique and just like different. It was like a change of pace, which I really appreciated. On the next spread, I decided to do like a March vision board. It's not like a legit vision board. Like the pictures I put on it are not like necessarily related to any goals I have, but they're just images I really liked off of my blue Pinterest aesthetic board. So I just put on whatever images I was liking, and yeah, I think it actually turned out very beautiful, as you'll see when I put the images on. Like I have all different kind of pictures here. There's this one that has wings like a butterfly or like a fairy. I just really loved that. It was so whimsical. And then there's like this creamy blueberry pie. Like I've never seen like a blueberry pie, but there's like, it's like a cream pie or something like that. I don't know. I've never seen something like that. I've got a beautiful blue sky, this really cute girly dress. I love that picture of the dress that I'm gluing down right now. There was also like, I was really looking for jeans in February, and I bought like 3 or 4 pairs. So I put on a picture of jeans. I also saw like some pictures of like food and like accessories, flowers, like anything that was blue and fit like the energy I was going for, I wanted to include in this vision board. It's kind of more of like a vibe board, like a mood board, but I don't know. I've been really into making boards on Pinterest. You should follow my Pinterest. My Pinterest is just Keyena Claire, KeyanaKler. And I've been really into making weekly mood boards. So I make a board, like a vision board for each week, and then at the end of the month, I make like a board that like represents everything I was doing in the month. So I don't make monthly vision boards because I don't know, I never thought of doing it because I made a vision board in the beginning of the year, and when January ended, I then I made like a January mood board of like things I was liking. So that's kind of why I never ended up making vision boards, and I started doing the weekly vision boards instead. So yeah, but that's kind of what I've been doing, and I really, really like it. Like it's so fun, and I love Pinterest. Like the images I just find so inspiring. I get so many ideas, fashion or like things to make for breakfast, or like what I want my room to look like, or like my goals, and just it is such a great platform. It's my favorite social media for sure. Though I will say, I think it's really hard to grow on Pinterest. Like, I only have 4 followers. So yeah, that's my completed vision board, and I just love how it turned out. It was so nice, so aesthetic. This next spread is super functional. You've seen this spread now 3 times because it is my habit, mood, and anxiety trackers. In January and February, I did pretty much the exact same setup because like this spread is one I flip to every single day. It is super functional because like I have like, there are things I want to know about myself, things I want to obtain. I want to know how I'm feeling. I want to know how productive I am, what I'm doing. Am I actively making progress towards my goals? How am I feeling? How much is my anxiety getting in the way of accomplishing what I need to accomplish? So this is a very functional, objective spread. Right now, I'm working on the anxiety and mood tracker. So I track my anxiety and moods by mood is like color based and anxiety is height. Last month, I actually had a tracker for anxiety that went up to like 10 points, and I found that to be too much range. I think I need a smaller scale to really be able to distinguish between what kind of anxiety I'm having on a certain day. So I've moved it down to 5. I think that'll be a lot more helpful in actually determining how detrimental my anxiety is throughout the day. And then up here, I'm just doing my habit tracker, and you guys have seen me do this like plenty of times. So you number out every day of the month. And as you can see, I kind of made a mistake here, so I'm just going over it again with my pen. And yeah, and I really like this spread because, like I mentioned earlier, all of my goals are based on habits. For instance, I want to read 2 books per month, so I track how much I'm reading throughout the month on a daily basis. I find this to be super helpful, and it's also very interesting to me how I see my progress throughout the month, how like things change, where I'm slacking, where I'm really putting in extra effort. So some of the habits I like to track are a lot are social media related because I am trying to grow my social media presence and my platforms. And I also have some that are not necessarily goal related, but they're just more habits I want to keep an eye on. Like eating is a big one. If I'm indulging in sugar, I don't really like to overdo it because as much as I love sugar, it's not something I want to keep like putting into my body in like super big amounts. So yeah, it's just about what's important to you and what you value as a habit, like what you really want to do with your life. So yeah, I really enjoy my habit tracker. I think it's probably the best spread in a bullet journal. Like my mom has a separate habit tracker, not in a journal, and I think everyone could benefit from one. So here I'm just cutting out this like vintage map, and I just think it was so cool. Like I told you, I was feeling like adventure and like exploration vibes. So I just cut out like a little piece of this map, and I just thought it was super great. Like when you are trying to complete goals, you're on a journey, and like when you have a map, you're also on a journey. So I don't know, that cute little connection was just enough for me to like paste this piece of the map in. And yeah, I think it completed the spread really well. Like I said, these spreads are a bit more functional, and I don't really like to clutter them because like they do serve their purpose. I just am writing in the title for my anxiety and mood tracker. And as you'll notice, I actually forgot to write in tracker, but it's okay because I do these little like faces for like bad mood, okay mood, relatively happy mood, and like super good mood. So yeah, and that's just a really easy way for me to track how I'm feeling. I used to do like 7 different moods, but it just was really hard to distinguish like how I'm actually feeling. I have to be more decisive this way, which I think ultimately is better. Okay, and this is the last spread that I made in my bullet journal. So I actually like looking at this piece of paper here, this blue like oceany paper, it just reminds me of that like episode in Gossip Girl where they sneak into their pool at their school and like the kid like hits his head, falls in, almost dies. But like I don't know why, like the water just reminds me of like the water from that episode because they do a few shots on it. I don't know, I think I may have been even watching this episode as we filmed, but yeah, like it just, I don't know, it gives me this like eerie vibe. And so I decided to make it my brain dump, and I just wrote in with like a white pen, brain dump. I really like doing 1-page spreads for brain dumps because 2 pages is always too much and 1 page is like just enough. Like I don't really use my brain dumps that much because I find that I only put like little thoughts down or like things I want to remember, but I'm pretty organized in the way that like if I need to do something for the week, I'll write it in the weekly spread. I won't put it somewhere else. But yeah, that's just me personally. Like a lot of other people have like, they'll use their brain dump for like so much stuff, but I prefer to have like, I usually put a lot on my phone because that way all my stuff is with me, because I don't take my journal everywhere. My phone I will take everywhere. This last spread here is like super basic. It's just a March playlist spread. And I think like I've noticed that people that bullet journal, they put in their like playlist for the upcoming month that they're planning, and it's like it's songs you've curated from the last month. So to me, that is not like a March playlist. Like to me, that is February's playlist that you plan on listening to in March as you curate your April playlist. So I like to curate my March playlist like as the month goes on. Yeah, that's why I didn't put any songs in, because I just like to curate as the month goes on. Now we are getting into my final flip through of my bullet journal setup. I hope you liked it. I had so much fun doing this. And that's it. That was my March plan with me. I actually had such a fun time creating this spread. It's like all blue, and I like took so much time to like curate pictures for the spread and just like paste them in and make sure it was like aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, a lot of hard work went into it, but so worth it because I love bullet journaling so much more when I'm super proud of the work I put into it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!